I don't think I'm really good with kitchen appliances because I almost blended my fingers one time too. So in a morning grog.
By the way, it looks like a steam factory over there. Jason's vaping all over the place.
I know. I see clouds coming over my
spot.
cab.
Hey, what's your worst date?
Oh,
by the way.
by the
way, sorry. I just told you about my terrible experience.
So if my dad was able to just crack it this much, I think his arms are gone. I'm pretty sure. Danny's holding one of my nuts in his hand.
Welcome back to the Picky Boys podcast.
Welcome.
How is everybody doing?
I don't know, but look who's over there. Well, you can't see him, but over there.
Hello.
Producer Jason.
Producer Jason.
Hello, everyone.
Look at him over there.
So now we've got Jason, the producer, and we've got a TV for Jason to pull up some links and
stories
and videos.
And embarrassing pictures from the Christmas party.
Yes.
And on top of that, we're all wearing, look at this.
Look at this.
Look at
merch,
that.
baby.
Picky Boys merch. You can get it at pickyboys.com.
Easy
All kinds of
peasy.
stuff
Easy
there.
peasy. Look at that. Get in there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Jason did this one time before and
that
immediately failed at his first job as producer.
First time didn't go so
I did
well.
it twice. I did it when Joe and Frankie were here, and that went fine.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That's
That's
true.
true.
He did do it when Joe and
That
Frank
went
were here.
swimmingly.
All right. I've been waiting long enough.
All right.
Danny said
All right.
Danny said he had a Final Destination story, and I got to hear it.
I heard murmurs about this.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, we were all in Boston for Antonio's birthday. It was a great trip, very fun. The night before we left, I got very drunk. I was very drunk.
As you do.
So I was already kind of hungover and just like, I don't know if this is an experience other people have, but you ever been driving when you're like hungover or something and you're like, it doesn't even feel real. Like I'm driving, like it just feels. I might have been drunk, maybe a little bit.
Whoa!
no, not
You're
drunk.
disassociating from reality?
It's just like, I don't know. Don't worry about it. Either way, whatever. Don't worry.
Let's not get into the gritty details.
Well, now I'm starting to think that when you told me the story before, it might have changed.
There might have been some bonus land happening, but I could certainly have passed a breathalyzer test and walked in a straight line.
You can't do that now.
Which one?
Both.
No, I can pass a breathalyzer. Anyway, so I'm on the highway, getting home, 3.5 hour drive. I'm zooming. I'm going far above the speed limit.
Good.
And I go to
So what do we admit to in the past 2 minutes? Drunk driving and over the speed
Drunk
limit?
driving
no,
over
no.
speed limit, also can't walk in a straight line. News to me.
buzzed driving.
Sorry.
And within the legal limit, without a doubt.
It was the next morning. You were fine.
Yeah,
You were
within
fine.
the legal limit. Either way, I'm zooming down the highway, and I go to take a sip of my water bottle. And so, when there's nobody else in the car, you kind of have to do everything while you're driving. So I open it up and take a little sip. But all my cup holders were filled. I had it unopened on my passenger seat, and all my cup holders were filled. So I couldn't put it back in the cup holder. So I tried to put it in the passenger door pocket. There's a little area, some people put an Easy Pass or a notepad or napkins in there. So I was trying to put it in there. What?
The notepad comment. The
Sometimes-
driving notes. When have you ever taken a note while driving?
Look in a PI's car and you'll find a note.
Oh, you're a PI now?
I'm not saying I'm a PI. I'm just saying some people use it.
And he's
Shut
doing
up.
stakeouts.
Either way, so I try to put it in there and it misses. And it goes in between my driver's seat and the door. The problem is, even between the driver's seat and the door are my driver's seat controls that, move they move your seat up,
buttons.
back, forward. Yeah. They move your seat up, back, and forward. And it got stuck in between and it was pushing me forward. So I'm driving down the highway at 90 miles an hour and I'm being pushed towards the steering wheel. And it's going really, I'm getting really close and I'm freaking the out. I'm like, what am I gonna do? Eventually I'm gonna start honking. I'm just being pushed towards. So I literally go off, just slow down and go onto the shoulder and try to get it out. But it was so terrifying. I really thought oh, this is it. Because now I'm not gonna be able to control the wheel and I'm just gonna be honking.
Dude, it's the fucking Egyptian booby trap where you step on this tile and the walls start coming in.
It was so scary.
What's funny is it's slow kind of. So I just picture, oh, Oh God!
It wasn't that. First of all, whenever I'm driving alone, so I don't fall asleep, the music is blaring.
So nice.
The music is super loud, and I was like screaming, but I couldn't hear myself. I was like, ah, ah! I'm trying with one hand to unjog it, and as I'm getting closer to the scream, I'm just going, ah, ah, ah! It was very scary. But
That's terrifying.
I'm safe. I also skidded on some black ice on the way home, but that's less cool.
How close would you say you got to the wheel, like in terms of micage?
Oh, absolutely this close. It was like, if it had gone any further, I don't know what would have given out first, like me or the seats,
No, I think it would have
tracks.
It would have just been one of those things where he's so pressed up, you just hear like,
Yeah, gung, 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 as it tries to push me
Bridge
against.
breaking.
no, like the
motor?
the motor
Yeah.
clicking because it can't go any further.
Yeah, but it was rough, man.
Have you guys ever dropped a water bottle? I think this happens all the time. They got to figure this out. But you drop a water bottle or Gatorade and it goes under your brake.
Oh yeah.
Dude, what the fuck? That's way too common. That's happened to me like 3 times. And I have to kick it out from under and then
Well,
be able to hit the brake.
Gatorade bottles are big. If that gets under your brake, you're not
Girthy.
braking anymore. Yeah.
For sure.
No, I can drink my water bottles properly and I can place them properly.
Seen this guy drop
All
them
my
dozens of
holes
times.
were filled.
All Danny's holes were filled.
All of my holes were filled with all kinds of miscellaneous cups and beverages,
Right.
beers.
Right.
Road sodas.
Yeah. While he was
Road
doing
sody.
it. I don't know if it's funnier that he was alone or if I was in the passenger seat and would have been unable to help him in the scenario because it's so far and just watching us now slowly become in danger. I don't know what would have been funnier.
No, it would have been like real die. It would not have been funny at all if you were in the passenger seat. You would have been very scared. I was freaking. I was panicking.
Well, you're not very good in any kind of high pressure scenario. You just.
They call me a crock pot because I'm good under pressure.
My mom almost tried to murder all of us with a crock pot once.
Oh yeah, she put ricin in it.
No, that would have been the meal.
Mixed up rice with ricin.
Yeah.
The first time she ever cooked with a crock pot, she couldn't get the lid off after it was done. And I'll tell you why she couldn't get it off in a second. But so she was trying, while it was cooked and, done, try to open the lid by force, right? So she was like, oh, I can't do it because, so she got my dad to do it. And my dad was trying full strength to open it. And then I started thinking like, wait a minute. I don't think that's what you're supposed to do. And then there's a little knob on top to release the air and the pressure. So it doesn't, guess what? Explode.
Yeah.
So if my dad was able to just crack it this much, I think his arms are gone. I'm pretty sure. Like it's just, poof, it explodes.
I think that's if you're not able to crack it.
No, if you can crack it, it's so tight and not exploding because there's no brakes. There's no all the seals are.
But then why doesn't it explode when you do the little hole?
I think because it's whatever mechanism it's supposed to do.
No,
it
I
goes
think
slow.
I think the whole thing, like a pressure cooker bomb, to my knowledge.
Here we go.
I think the whole thing is you tape it
Yeah.
until it's not like the pressure builds up and literally like the machine itself explodes because there's so much pressure inside. It's not when you open it.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but it being completely pressurized without it releasing and then just opening it, the lid everything would fire off. It would have just been able to open then.
See, that's confusing me too, because isn't it like, it's almost like a suction then that's keeping it on. It's the opposite. It's like an inverse pressure. If it's staying closed and you can't open it, wouldn't it just be like a, because with the pressure cooker bomb.
Yeah, it should be like a champagne bottle. Like once you do it, it's pressurized inside, so you can just go like this, boop, and it pops off. It should be easy.
It's like
to open.
easy with a champagne bottle.
So
my dad's hands would have got sucked in.
Maybe.
And then maybe he
perhaps
lost
I
some
guess.
fingers.
Did it get really hot and then cool down or something? Because then that, like the heat expands, then it contracts, and then it
Creating a
fucking
vacuum.
Now we're saying that this pressure cooker could have just created a black hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, one morning, I don't think I'm very good with, I can cook, like I can use a pan, open face stuff. I don't think I'm really good with kitchen appliances because I almost blended my fingers one time too. So in a morning grog, I just needed to blend one of my shakes and it was plugged in, it was a Ninja Bullet and it wasn't working. And I thought, dude, I don't know what I was doing, but I shoved my fingers like, through the blades because I thought like maybe it wasn't connecting. And then I I snapped. I don't know what snapped me out of it, but probably 20 seconds later, I went, whoa. Because if that connected, whatever
Yeah.
I was trying to do, finger's gone. Just gone. I went, I got to go like sit down for a second because I almost lost this hand.
That's terrifying.
Yeah,
Definitely
no.
never use any kind of extremities to fix stuck machinery.
A blender. A blender.
A blender.
Because I don't know if anybody uses it, but you screw the cap on and you push down, and that's how it works. So I was trying to do that just with my fingers.
So with like the top off, you were
Yeah,
just trying
yeah,
to...
I was in the blades. Dude, it was just one of those mornings where I took the day off, you know?
Yeah.
I was like,
Said, brain, you're gonna get me killed.
something's not right here. Took the day off. I just sat back down.
I feel like that would be kind of a cool
Nope.
zombie apocalypse weapon. Like it's a ninja blender without the top part, and it's just like blender hands.
Yeah, you just like put it in a zombie's face.
It's like what is that game called where you can craft all this stuff?
Dead Rising.
Dead Rising. That's a Dead Rising weapon.
I'm sure
an
that
OG
I'm
game.
sure they had something like that. Well, they had one of those you could put the grass cutters. You could put blades on the end of that and just start doing that shit.
Those things are already fucking
You don't
not a zombie, but
No, I think it could.
they will hurt.
A few years in zombie that's, rotten a little bit, I think you could get through.
No. Wait, which grass cut are you talking about?
I think it's plastic, but it goes
No.
really fast.
I've whipped myself in the legs with those.
Yeah, but you're
when I'm
not
mowing the lawn.
a 4-year down the road rotting corpse.
The blades definitely help.
The blades.
Or you put like metal wire could work because it's plastic rope.
I feel like it's just cooler if you have blender hands to threaten somebody.
Oh yeah, blender hands are really cool.
Actually, why do you need the hand?
Especially if you lose an arm. You're like, oh, I got bit. I cut off my arm. Who am I now? Blender hands.
It would be blender hand.
I cut off both arms. Who am I
Just
now?
for
Blender
symmetry.
hands.
This zombie bit both my hands.
No, one is actually just a blender though that I make protein shakes in.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to cross-contaminate
Yeah,
zombie
no,
blood and
no.
protein shake.
That is the one. Isn't that the one oversight with like every zombie show ever? Is that you always see them like if you got zombie blood in your mouth, you should turn into a zombie.
Question. This is going to sound really dumb. If you get AIDS blood in your mouth, do you get AIDS?
No.
No, it has to be. No.
So then,
But-
now,
But if you get it in your eye, you could.
Yeah, I was gonna say you for sure need goggles, right?
okay. So you're
You
saying
for sure need goggles. What's this little squirt of an artery?
Well, that was like 28 days later, 28 weeks later. The guy's got it. A crow was picking at a dead body, a zombie body, and flew over, dropped blood in the guy's eye, turned.
Yes.
You're meant to go, I think.
Yeah. That's an act of God, is what we call that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. So definitely goggles.
So what I was trying to get at that, by the way, was that I don't know if just
Zombie. Yeah.
eating blood from that would. I don't know how the disease would work because haven't seen it yet.
It's still the eyes. The eyes are definitely a place though, and also if you have any open sores in your mouth, then that's
or
that
just
can infect
on your
you.
hand.
Or if you have any cuts whatsoever,
Right.
you really have to patch them up because if you get zombie blood in there, theoretically you should turn into a zombie.
And that's what I was thinking too, because a lot of the times in zombie stuff, they just cover themselves with zombie guts. You're telling me that in an apocalypse, you don't always have just a scratch you can't explain? You know what I mean? I feel like it would just get in there and that's it. Poof.
Sure.
I feel like in an apocalypse, you have open sores all the time. But
Yeah,
then,
what kind of skin hygiene do you have in an apocalypse?
yeah, but
Not
then,
great.
but then in The Walking Dead,
You might have a pimple.
in The Walking Dead, like they all have it, and it only activates when you die, kind of.
That's true. It's
So-
true.
That's the best way to do it.
That is how they explained it away, which is
And
fine.
so you always have the virus. Everyone tested
Right.
positive. It only activates when you die. And a zombie bite has something in it, some kind of bacteria that basically it gives you the flu and you die.
I would
soon.
call it just like a very high viral load.
Yeah.
I like that's a correct term.
I had that once.
A viral load.
A very, very high
Was it
viral
on
load.
OnlyFans or something?
It did go viral. No, it was from the medium C.
Can you pull up a viral load, please?
Oh yeah, Jason, get in here.
No, just kidding. You don't
Jason,
do a viral load.
don't look a viral load. But what do we got?
What do we got?
Send us something. It's Jason's turn.
What do you want? You want a question?
Ooh,
off
yeah.
topic
I'll take a
question.
question.
Let's do a question.
Very off topic.
Okay.
All right. So this is a random question. What was your worst date or first date? Go around the table. Starting with Danny.
Oh, get him.
I don't know, man. I don't have like any bad
Well,
ones.
also you've had to have gone on a date.
Yeah.
You forgot about that.
I just go on too many good dates to yeah. Nah, I can't think of like an actual bad one. I've also never been. Have you ever been like ghosted or like stuck up? Like when you're at the location,
Stood
I
up?
feel like that would be stood up. Yeah, that's like my worst nightmare. You know, you go sit down at the restaurant and then you'll be like, oh yeah, they'll be here soon, and then they just never come. And the waiter's like, so do you want to order, sir? I feel like I'm in a really fancy restaurant.
Yeah, that was,
So
it was
do you
very
want to order,
fancy.
sir? And so eventually you just go, yeah, and then you eat a meal alone and sad.
I think I would leave.
No, you can't leave.
Why not?
You've already ordered a glass of wine.
Yeah, if you're
I didn't know
there,
I already ordered a glass of wine. All
What
right.
are you? You're just gonna sit there and drink
Well,
water?
hold on. That's actually kind of crazy. You ordered a glass of wine before your date even got there. No,
Oh,
no wonder.
fuck yeah.
No wonder fucking she or he did not come. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, what if she got
I don't think that's weird. If you think they're 10 minutes late, order a wine or a beer. Order a drink beforehand.
I'm just happy
That's
the word
not weird at all.
I'm just happy the word late came after those numbers because I didn't think that was where that was going for a second.
No, if you think she's gonna
you
do,
think?
I don't know.
I don't know what you thought either. But the whole thing is, you think they're late. You don't think you're getting stood up immediately.
Yeah, but what if they come in?
There's
they-
always that suspicion.
Well,
back
I
in your
think.
mind.
Yeah,
I
what if
think
they come
that
in
would-
and they go, "Oh, you're already drinking." Ooh, get
Yeah,
outta
exactly.
there.
That'd be a little red flag for me.
That's a red flag.
Yeah.
If your date is already has. If you,
Not for me.
If I show up, especially if I'm late, no drinking or eating until I arrive. It's so pompous. Have a drink.
It would have been cool if you had a glass of wine for the other person too.
If
That
you-
would. Be
Oh,
cool.
now it's cool.
Now it's cool.
Now it's cool.
You got one for yourself.
Yeah,
Selfish
exactly.
bitch.
But
You couldn't wait. You couldn't wait. Yes, I fucking.
you-
The
first of
train
all,
was late.
this is a-
Someone jumped in front of the train. I'm sorry. I can't. I don't control the fucking suicide.
This is a date. I don't know if they like a white or a red or a beer or a vodka. I don't know anything about this person yet. How am I? I'm gonna
So it's a
order
first
for
date.
them.
You
So
should,
just don't-
You should know something.
I'm gonna order for them.
So you're at a fancy restaurant on that first date.
Sometimes people go
You,
0 to 100.
you've been talking to this person. You didn't even ask him what's your go-to drink.
Yeah.
And then boom, she says, "Oh, it's
point.
a spicy margarita." You remembered it. Now you look cool. I had a spicy margarita waiting for you. This is
Big
why you got no
dog.
Riz.
Big
This is
dog.
why you got no Riz.
This is why she didn't show up.
Well, now
Or he.
now I have to drink the watered down spicy margarita because they fucking
That-
abandoned me.
Oh, boo-hoo. You have 2 drinks. Sorry.
So I'm gonna eat at that point. I'm not. What am I? You're not gonna eat if you order the drinks. You
No!
got- oh my god! What? Really?
What would you get?
I get the depression meal. Give me like fucking, maybe a very lush pasta with some fucking chicken.
Would you get apps too?
No.
I have a question. On this date,
This all
No,
happened,
no.
by the way. This is the worst first date I've ever been on.
no one was late. Your food comes first. Hot food, mind you, and it's best to be eaten hot. Their food didn't come yet. What are you doing?
Well, they should have.
You don't eat yet. No, you don't eat
Well,
it.
they should
I
have.
agree.
They should have answered. Like if you didn't figure out all that by that time,
Wait, what?
you're saying that.
No, no one was late. Your food came first.
Oh,
He's just talking about regular date. Your plate comes first. Do you eat?
No, you don't.
Of course not.
No.
I even say, and some people don't agree with this, that if I finish my food first, I kind of like to keep the plate in front of me because when everybody's, cleaning up the plates around you, giving you the dessert menu, and this person's still halfway in their meal, it's like, what are we doing? We're supposed to be on the same pace here.
Well, I mean, psychopath. If anybody gives away their meal while someone else is still eating, especially on a date, that is crazy.
Yeah, no, it
that
is
is a crazy thing.
But I'm
to
saying
do.
if you finished it, sometimes I have to fend off the waiter because they'll be like, "Are you finished?" I'm like, "No, I'm still."
Well, you could have some good.
still-
You could have some good pacing and spacing. It's like, all right, she's about halfway through, or he's about halfway through, and it's like, all right, what's going on?
The first thing you should know about me on a date, if we're going to be dating, is that I am not going to eat slowly.
Where are you gonna
You
where
could.
are you gonna
to
fit in the
keep pace
conversation?
with you?
Where are you gonna fit in the conversation?
No, once Danny has his
No,
plate,
no, no,
when's
no.
the last time you heard him speak?
It's
when the plate's clean.
exactly. I can we can talk a little bit while I'm eating, and then afterwards I'll be done and I can lead the conversation.
While
While
fending
you
off
eat.
the waiter. Danny,
While
that is
fending
so...
off. Sometimes you know what I'll do is I'll leave like one piece of broccoli on the plate.
I'm still working on that.
And every once in a while, I'll just take my fork and be like,
so
"Hey,
strange.
what's your worst date?"
Oh.
By the way.
Oh, well-
By the way, sorry, I just fucking told you about my terrible experience.
I don't know if this counts, but this is my answer. So one time, this girl invited me to her sweet 16 that she said that she was having in the backyard. So I thought, and she had a pool. She said it's my family.
You into this girl?
I was. So I show up in a bathing suit and like a normal shirt. And I pull up to the place, and it is a ballroom Sweet 16, but in the backyard. Like there's tables and catering and tablecloths and lights and fixtures hanging, and maybe 200 people there.
But she had a pool,
But she did have a
but
pool.
no one was going in it.
Not at the time when I showed up. So I showed up, I looked in the back, and I looked down at my outfit, and I just went, couldn't make it, drove all the way home.
That's a very fair move.
Couldn't do it. Clearly it wasn't going to work out because miscommunicating that heavy, I don't think I saw her again, but sometimes it happens.
By the way, I think if you're gonna throw a party around a pool, you should be okay with somebody going in it.
No, that's fine. I'm sure at some point I didn't even walk in, so I don't even know. Maybe at some point they all jumped in. I don't know.
I love. It's just such a fun vibe when like, oh, well, we're gonna go in the pool in our suits. Oh my God, we're all wet.
I would never do that.
You never done that?
Would never. You've done that?
You have not done that.
Oh, I definitely done
You've
that.
jumped in a pool in a suit and tie?
Well, usually it starts with one person gets pushed into the pool, and then it's like everybody gets
Usually.
in the
How many
pool.
times have you done this?
7?
Every time that there's been a fancy party around a pool, someone has gone in clothed that I've been to. Truly, every time. Even I was at a wedding
I don't
once.
buy it, guys.
I was at a wedding once that happened.
It wasn't the groom or the bride, though.
No, of course not. It's their special night.
They're gonna get wet eventually.
If anything, it would make more sense for one of them.
All right, JT, your turn. I feel like JT's would be the worst.
I had one. It wasn't even that bad. I went bowling. By the way, great date idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it cost me $14 for both of us. Shoe rental and an hour of playtime. This was a deal on like a Tuesday or something.
Gotcha.
But it was like $14. Also, this is 7 years ago. Probably can't find that anymore. Regardless, it is a great date idea, very cheap. But I think nothing really was that bad. Kicked their ass in bowling, and then I think at the end of the night went for a kiss and like got snubbed, and that's it.
Because you beat her in bowling.
Yeah, I didn't let her win.
You let her win. You gotta let her win.
Yeah.
Well, if she was bowling 30, it's hard to make someone win. If it was a tight race, you could have relaxed.
I'm a competitive guy. It doesn't
That's true.
matter.
Has anybody ever overdone it with you? Like, one time somebody brought a rose and a poem to a first date for me, and it's like, we've been talking for like 5 days on Tinder. This is a little bit much.
Wow.
This is a little bit much.
I would say this definitely counts as a bad first date.
Yeah. I mean,
What,
yeah.
what was the poem? Because I've been published.
It wasn't good.
Damn it.
It wasn't good.
You should ask me.
It was basic. You know, it
Plagiarized?
wasn't like you're pouring your heart out there, but it was like, you know, roses are red, violets are blue. I want to suck you.
How about you?
Toodaloo. I don't know, something like that. Something like that.
I mean, that one's kind of funny.
Dude, what?
No, if it was that, I would have laughed actually. And then the rose just squirts water in your face.
Now it's a good time.
It was me who brought it.
I was in my head like, well, now it sounds like you're on a first date with a
somebody
clown.
somebody was me.
Right,
I was also
right.
wearing huge shoes.
Yeah, and a red nose.
There it is.
Is that what you expected from that question back there?
No.
Danny, one of Danny's curls is going straight in his ear, so it looks like hair's growing out of his ear.
Let me see. Turn. Oh, he already fixed it, didn't he?
You fixed it.
When I
My
had,
girls,
Didn't even show.
girls are going crazy.
they're gonna look crazy.
Curls are curling.
The girls are going off.
The girls are curling.
I need a little clip. Clippy.
Haircut already? I thought you'd only go once
No,
a year.
see, once you commit to a mullet, you've got to have kind of like maintenance sessions. You know?
For sure.
Like crops.
Yeah.
Weed.
You're
You
not
still
cutting-
have a mullet, though.
You're not, oh, for sure.
I think once you get one, you'll have one because they grow at the same.
Yeah, but eventually, like, kind of
The
evens
sides
out,
will
I
come
think.
out, yeah.
But there's still a mullet shape for sure.
When I had long hair, I used to get ear infections all the time because my hair after a shower would just be essentially funnels to my ear canal. You know?
Oh, this is actually the question of the day today: is if you, would you rather have hair that grows really fast and long, or your hair just stays the same length of your choosing forever?
Same length. Am I choosing forever? It's already going in places I don't want it to go. Let's keep it in the same spot. I'm down for that. And I get to choose.
So you're
you're
doing
committing.
anti-balding.
I'm doing anti. Oh,
essentially.
that's fantastic. I'll do
Oh,
that for
that's
sure.
too good of a deal to not do.
Big dog.
No.
Big
It can
dog.
still recede. I'm adding a
That
comment.
doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense.
No, it just
so my
doesn't-
permanent hair
It
recedes.
just doesn't grow. So like your hair right
So
now.
then why would I take that deal?
Well, I mean, there's still a bunch of benefits.
You never need a haircut ever again. But
never
you're
need to
committed to the
shave
same
ever again?
hairstyle, pretty much.
Yeah, that's.
Except
But
for
it
it
recedes.
recedes somehow.
You can't flip that. That was crazy. What would you pick before the receding?
I already have the one option, hair that grows really fast along, and I kind of like it.
So you would pick the other answer. Why'd you take away from the other one?
The thing is, I don't, like I said, I don't want to be locked into a hairstyle. Because imagine you pick it at a time where you're going through a phase that you look back on, you go, oh, that was rough.
Or it's
That's a roughie.
Or it's the guy that got that option before World War II.
What happened?
They pick.
Oh, yeah.
They pick.
Your beard stays the same too.
Oh, yeah. It's all hair.
Oh no!
So I was like, that'd be unfortunate. It's like right the day before World War II. It's like, oh no.
It was Charlie Chaplin before.
I promise.
Yeah, no, that was a question of the day today. You can get question of the day in the Discord.
Join the Discord
By joining. It's a nice little community we got there. To join, become a patron at any Fuck!
Next question. Next question,
leave it in.
Jason. Next question.
To join, you just join the Patreon at any tier, and you can join the Discord.
What is it?
What do you mean, what is it?
The fucking link.
Patreon.com/MakeYouVoice.
What the fuck do you mean? What is it?
This guy.
Beautiful. You couldn't have done better.
I don't need the judginess over there.
Shit.
By the way, it looks like a steam factory over there. Jason's vaping all over the place.
You don't
I know. I see clouds
don't
coming
blow
over
my
my
spot.
cab. Blowing up my spot over there.
Hit us with another.
Yeah, we can do one more. We'll do one more.
Random question time.
All right.
What's the worst smell that you have ever smelled in your life?
Worst smell, huh?
What is the worst smell?
I feel like the obvious one is shit.
Well, yeah.
Too obvious.
Is there something worse than shit?
The worst smell you've ever smelled.
Definitely certain rotting stuff. I think for sure smells worse than shit.
Ooh. When we had the leak, water got under the mat, and I didn't know for a long time, and it was right in between the point where it's mold and not, where it's forming, and I lifted the mat, and it's liquid. It's like a liquid mold, and it smells like if every fish in the ocean died up your nose. It was terrible, and it was leaking, and as soon as it gets on your hands or your clothes, you're throwing out the clothes. You can't get it out. And I had to bring the mat upstairs, and I was sniffing it the whole time. I was sniffing it for weeks. That wasn't great.
Yeah, I mean that's always gonna be the worst.
Yeah.
That's what mine is too. Well, not mold. One time, me and my family were walking along the beach, and we found a dead dog.
Jesus.
Stray or had a collar?
Stray for sure. Well, it was hard to tell. It was dead for a while.
Just on the beach?
Yeah, it's just it was like really far, like onto like the rocky parts of a beach, you know.
Right.
And it was rancid.
Dude, every day I walk home, I found a dead cat on my walk home, just like on someone's lawn, but kind of like behind a tree in a weird spot where it could very easily be missed. And so every day after, this was in high school, on the way home, I would just check on it and see it more and more decayed.
Oh.
Then it just disappeared.
That's
Well, eventually it will.
I was like, oh, the eyeballs are gone now.
Oh, Jesus
that's something.
Christ.
Yeah.
That's something that's going to be in the documentary if you ever murder a bunch of people.
Yeah, now
I didn't kill the
He's
cat.
like he slowly checked up and took a daily journal of his
Yeah.
decaying animal.
now we need to be questioned on that documentary. We got to bring up this point.
When I saw it, it must have been the first day, though. Perfect. Looked like a sleeping cat.
And did you poke it, or how'd you know it was dead?
It was dead.
After the
If there's a sleeping cat with its eyes open and its fucking mouth open too, just like
Yeah,
in a
yeah.
weird
No,
position,
you
that
can
thing's
tell.
fucking
well, you
dead.
keep saying the word sleeping.
Whatever. Maybe its eyes weren't open. Regardless, you can tell when something's dead. It's not
Yeah.
breathing. I don't need to poke it.
I mean,
I'm not that kind of psychopath.
we've said this story a few times.
Wait,
but-
hold on, babe.
Oh,
How long did this go on for?
At least a couple months.
Did it? Oh, so it decayed? Like it decayed, like maggots and everything.
Oh yeah, bro. It was bones and then it just disappeared. Someone must have found it.
a couple months you did that?
It's on somebody's lawn.
Yeah.
Did they die too?
Did you check on their house?
No, it was on someone's lawn. It's kind of hard to explain. So you know how sometimes like when you're walking on a sidewalk, someone's house for some reason just like doesn't have a sidewalk.
Oh, I hate when those.
So annoying.
Those people should be sued by the city.
Where it's kind of just straight driveway ish?
No,
it's
just grass.
grass.
Oh, even all the way up to the street?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then not only you've never seen this.
This happens more where
It's
JT's
not
from, and in
yeah,
Long
it's
Island,
not around
kind of.
here. So then,
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
and then also, it was on a like literally this is the street, this is the curb. It's a dirt grass hill like up 6 feet at like a 75-degree angle, and then their fence which they never go over to the fence and like check this part. And it was like next to a tree there.
Oh.
It's like kind of hard to. You would never see this in any other part of Queens.
I mean, if
And you were scoping around that area.
this is my walk home.
Oh, true.
so, if some dweeby kid saw it every day, you don't think those people ever left their house and went, "What the fuck is that?"
There would be no reason to be walking where I was walking.
Then what did you do? Why did you walk that way?
Now
I'm starting to think he killed the
I was a
cat, by the
fucking.
way.
I was a 14-year-old kid. Most people would probably cross the street. Oh, there's a sidewalk there instead of this weird like grassy hill.
So you walked sideways on this grassy hill.
Yeah.
I think I'm starting.
Anyway,
starting to get iffy
this story
about
wasn't
that.
even worth all these questions.
I mean, it was worth a couple. Also, I was thinking about more the time. I think we said the story, so I'm not going to get into the story. But the time in Europe when Danny's socks were in his bag, and we thought,
It was the shoe.
sorry, where Danny's shoes were in his bag, and we thought that the only two options of that smell were a dead animal in the walls or a main sewer line bursting. That was one of the worst smells. He opened the bag. I can't even imagine what that smell was.
What I'm confused about is why none of you were able to triangulate the smell.
It was.
It was pervasive.
It was.
But why is we're in this room next to this shoe and it's
No,
it's worse
No,
here.
because also the weird part is that one person smelled the shoe to face, and they go, I mean, it smells bad, but it doesn't smell as bad. Like it when you go to the source, it didn't smell like that. It was the linger that smelled somehow.
I wasn't a part of that interaction.
Oh, yes, you were totally there.
I don't believe that shoe could have caused that smell. Someone could have put it up to their
Dude,
face
they
and
put
not
it-
vomited on the
They
spot.
put it fucking nose to face, and they went, I mean, yeah, it doesn't smell good, but that can't be what it is. They literally said that can't be what that
Was that-
smell is.
No, see, this is what I'm saying.
So it's some kind of magic, actually.
No,
I think.
no, this is what I'm saying. The smell was so bad that it caused a group psychosis that there's no way that this smell could have came from a shoe. So and also, by the way, it was as soon as you opened the door. So the whole place was filled. There was no more
the shoe
smell.
caused a carbon monoxide poisoning of your
Essentially.
group.
I'm glad I didn't have. I'm glad I packed 2 pairs of shoes.
Yeah, which was
Everyone else was
also
fine.
kind of confusing because like, why do you have 2 pairs of shoes?
Like he planned it.
What do you mean, why do you have 2 pairs of shoes? We're
do you have 2 pairs of shoes?
We're on a 14-day vacation. Some shoes are activity shoes. You go hiking or something. Some shoes are you go to dinner.
Just get a 3-in-1 shampoo.
It's
No
a
one
two.
cares.
It's I took 2 shoes. I didn't have like a suitcase. These are my heels, and these are my like. It's
Kinda sounded like that.
pairs of shoes.
And this is what I really think.
Okay.
If this is what happened, there was something else in that bag that he didn't want to show us, maybe. And then he sacrificed the shoes and dispatched of whatever that was.
Oh
in
no,
there.
definitely not. There was what could it have been? It was just the shoes. That first of all,
Was
the
it Nick that smelled it?
The shoe was more embarrassing, by the way. Obviously, it's not like I was hiding anything in my bag.
Then
The
like
shoe-
shit stained underwear or something?
No, first of all, that's easy to cover up. You just throw it in the trash. You think I'd put shit underwear in my backpack? I would just throw it away.
The smell from it was an impossible.
By the way,
smell.
that's what I did with the shoes.
yeah, she just
Took
threw them.
off balcony in Croatia.
You made a Croatia's problem.
Yeah, I made it a Croatian's problem.
They probably thought that it was a dead animal in the bushes, and some poor Croatian man or woman just cleaned it up. Also, we're getting the red light here.
Red lights on.
Red light's on. What a
I've
What a time.
Since then I use this spray and these insoles that help a little.
no. That's
A little.
But yes, that was actually the top 3 worst. smells.
How long you walk around in those shoes that day?
I mean, definitely. You're on vacation. It's
Yeah.
vacation walking.
It was a lot of walking.
Probably a long.
Like a 12-hour day. You go here, the museum, the bar.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Also,
for sure. And this was the latter half of the trip, I think. So this
so.
is.
And Croatia's not the driest place, so if he stepped in a puddle or something got wet, it's over. It's over. But either way, JT, tell him where to find you.
You can find me on Instagram at thejballs.
Danny,
I mean, Danny is watching on Instagram.
you can find me at Ant Prisco Curveball. Jason, do the outro.
Oh.
Yeah, you shit
There
on
we go. You
Danny
shit on
so
Danny all the
much.
time.
Yeah,
Can't
let's
forget
hear
to
it.
follow the Piggy Boys on Instagram and Twitch and the gaming channel. See, it's not that hard.
He did crush that first try.
If I was watching, I don't know if I'd be convinced.
Oh, what about after?
You gotta sell me.
You know what's less convincing? Just not saying the things. At least it was said.
Touche.
Touche.